are you all doing? I hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all having a peaceful, healthy, prosperous, and happy Monday. Except Tuesday. Yeah. Monday, if it's still Monday where you're at, actually. But Tuesday. It's Tuesday where I am anyway. Day. How about that? I hope you're having a good day. Let's just keep it like that. So Bitcoin, right? What happened yesterday when Sunday ended and Monday began? And we started seeing the asset move to the upside. Well, what was it doing? Well, it was doing exactly what I told you it was going to do in the previous video, right? It's going to, and it did, follow the VEPs, right? It followed the returns because that's what assets do. Price action follows the returns, not the other way around. Right? And what do returns do? Well, they distribute and they mean revert. Hey, cat. Good cat. Yeah, buddy. Good cat. Yeah. So, yesterday, when Bitcoin was going up and shorts were starting to feel a bit of pain because they'd been piling on, expecting a quick dump before the pump. Well, that dump before the pump didn't really happen, did it? Now, of course, depending on the lower time frame you look at, sure. Obviously, there were dumps and pumps all day long, right? That's how it goes. But if you were trading low time frames and you just stayed in the trade for hours at a time, then you were feeling pain pile on over and over again. And if you were over leveraged, you probably got wrecked, right? People who had 20%, 30% positions, or 20x, 30x positions, they got wrecked hard. And people who didn't, even if they had a short position on when they should have had a long position on, but if they weren't over leveraged and they just had a position on spot or maybe 1.5x, maybe 2x, then they didn't get burned so bad. Hopefully they got out and repositioned for more to the upside. It says here, hi, I'm the only one in the video. I will like, oh, thank you very much. Appreciate it. How do you say your name? Donutha. Dunujtha. Well, it's nice to have you here. Is your last name Niven? Or Niveen? Okay. I remember there's a great actor named David Niven. Amazing actor. Anyway, so Bitcoin, right? Like I said in the title, the honey badger woke up, saw the shorts piled on, and chose violence, which is a joking way of saying, right, that all those deliciously tasty liquid shorts that were piled on in the order books were prey for the honey badger, the orange coin, the most volatile asset in the history of trading and of markets, right? Remember, Bitcoin has had more than 12 billion% returns since it began until its high. And it's near the high, right? But if you look at the lower time frames, I remember about an hour ago I was looking, or maybe 45 minutes ago, and there was bear div on the returns oscillator on the 15-minute time frame. And it was playing out. I don't know how much it played out, but it was playing out. So we'll see whether or not it actually got played out pretty soon when I look at the charts again. But one thing's for sure, the honey badger does not care. The honey bear and the honey badger and the honey lion or the honey bull, they don't care about your feelings. They don't care about whether or not you use the name or shapes of patterns. You're 9 years old, you should go to school. I'm in Israel, by the way, in case you're wondering. Hopefully it stays peaceful here. If you're 9 years old, you should either be sleeping or in school, I'm guessing, depending on what time it is where you are. Anyway, so yeah, the honey bear, the honey badger, as Bitcoin is called, saw deliciously well piled up short positions and decided it was time to get some, to grab that liquidity which traders had put on the market, because they had foolishly followed patterns and they were waiting for a quick dip to take profits on before it would go up towards 70K and beyond. Well, it didn't do that, right? And it usually doesn't do what the majority of retail traders think. Why? Well, because the majority of retail traders are using lagging information. They're not using leading information. And because they're not using leading information, oh, it's 11:30 in your country. All right, well, if that's 11:30 in the morning, then sounds like you should definitely be in school, unless you're homesick, whatever. I hope your parents are okay with you being on YouTube. Leading information is what moves the markets. It is not lagging information. Lagging information. What is my country? Again, I just told you I'm in Israel. Israel, or Israel, however you want to pronounce it. Israel, which is a country on the east of the Mediterranean. It's the west coast of the Middle East. It's sandwiched between Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, and Egypt. Those are the 4 countries that are around it. So, anyway, you have your own YouTube. Okay. Do I fight Palestine? I am not a soldier anymore. Once, a long time ago, I was a soldier. And I did whatever I had to do as a soldier. And no, I never had to do the terrible things to people that soldiers often have to do when they fight in war. But there you go. So, yeah, anyway. So Bitcoin, back to Bitcoin. What is it going to do today, right? Because we don't really care about what it did, other than just to explain to you, if you don't know why it did what it did, to explain to you why it did what it did. But other than that, it doesn't matter what it did, right? The reason people watch all these YouTube Jimmy trading videos about Bitcoin is they want to know what it's going to do. They want signals. Well, I don't give signals. I give probabilities, if anything, right? Like we do in our alpha trading live streams. We give probabilities to the upside, to the downside, and sideways, because that's really all an asset can do. It can go up, down, or sideways, and that's all it's going to do. And again, the only reason that an asset moves up, down, or sideways is because it is doing what? It is following the returns. What are the returns? The returns are the percentage gains or losses that are generated by the asset, right? The asset basically is just a mathematical number in its value, and that mathematical value just changes based on whether or not the returns are positive or negative. And the standard deviation of returns is called volatility. You're what? You're in Sri Lanka. Amazing. I have some good friends from there. Hello, Sri Lanka. Anyway, tell your country to not fight Sri Lanka or India. Israel is actually good friends with India and Sri Lanka and all that. Israel has no reason to fight Sri Lanka or India. They're good friends, actually. They're allies. Right? Israel and India, people in Sri Lanka also work with Israelis and Sri Lankans and Indians. They all work together on many projects. So we have no reason to fight with each other. Our countries have no reason to fight with each other. Right? India is a democracy. Israel is a democracy. Right? Democratic nations that are run by people who are not driven by terrible ideologies usually do not fight each other. That's really, it comes down to that. And so hopefully our countries will be allies and friends for many, 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 many generations. Forever on a Wednesday. Yeah. Peace on earth. That's what we should all want. Peace and prosperity, health and happiness. At least that's what I think we should all want. But real peace, obviously. Good peace. Not peace that's only held together by threats and tension. That's not real peace. And unfortunately, that's what's been happening for too long. And that is what has led to much of the terrible things we see in the world today, unfortunately. Free Palestine. Don't band you or everything. It's small. It's free Palestine. Hey, I'm all about, if you want a free Palestine, I want a free Palestine too. I want a Palestine that is free of terrorists, does not have any terrorists in it. Unfortunately, there are too many of those baddies running their society, and it makes for a very difficult situation, because the last thing Israel wants to do, and Israel does not want to control anybody else at all. And people will tell you that we do, but we don't. We just want to live our life. We got better things to do than have to worry about controlling other people. Thank you very much. We have our own lives to live. But when people don't give you a choice, and they tell you they want to end you, and you're a nation, a small little nation, and you have many, many big enemies around you, well, sometimes you have to do things to defend yourself that if you didn't have to, you wouldn't do. So it's a very complex situation. But hey, you're a 9-year-old kid. Go to school. Why are you not in school? If at 11:30 in the morning, you should definitely be in school unless you're homesick. And if you're homesick, well, you probably shouldn't be YouTubing unless your doctor or your parents or both said it's okay. Anyway. I don't know what that says there. I can't see in the sun. But in any case, what I said about Orange Coin is remains the main topic of this video. Okay, this is not a video about where I'm from or conflicts in the world. Sometimes I talk about that, but really I didn't want to do that for this video. I just wanted to tell you guys that if you think that Bitcoin is just only going to go up this week, well, again, look at the lower time frames. You can see lots of red candles on the 15-minute. Sure, they're smaller than the big red and the big green candles overall. But if you're trading the 1 minute, the 2 minute, the 3 minute, the 5 minute, 6 minute, there certainly have been red candles. But overall, the past day and more has been heading to the upside. And at the moment, apart from that bear div I saw hammering away about an hour ago or a half hour ago, it still looked poised for a little bit more upside, but certainly the probabilities are, especially given the targets that it hit. If you look at the VRE chart, you'll see that it hit a very important very powerful weekly level. And the reason I say powerful is because those levels are like magnets. Okay. Once it hit that magnet, well, there was a very good probability that we would see the price action start to follow the returns to the downside. And that is exactly what's been happening over the past hours. So don't get fooled again. If you got fooled on one direction, don't get fooled on the other. Make sure you learn how to trade properly using the VEPs. Remember, you can learn that for free on the Alpha Trading Discord. You can just go to our Discord, alphatradinghq.com/Discord, and go into the request support channel and request free access, as in no money, completely free access to the volatility starter kit. And then you can learn for free with the free indicators and the free chart that's pre-populated with all those tools. And you can even use it on a free TradingView account. We have a good way for you to do that. And you have free tutorial information, free videos, free access to the chat with real VEPS traders, and of course, free access to the live stream. And those start at 9 a.m. Monday through Friday, U.S. Eastern Time. Yeah, so that's going to do it for now. What's it say here? You see my number. I don't see your number. I don't know about that. You didn't go to school because of the holiday. Oh, well, happy holiday. Congratulations. All right. Well, I'm going to get going. Hope you all have a nice day. And I wish you all a happy day and a prosperous day of trading. That's going to do it for now. Take care. See ya. Happy trading. Cheers.